Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? It is October 17th, Saturday, October 17th, and this is, of course, your daily financial news. If you don't know, we do this show every day. So if you would like to get your fix of the financial markets every day in a quick 8 to 12-minute video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Always appreciate the thumbs up. Love to see these daily shows exceed 100 thumbs up. And of course, according to Graham Stephan, the earlier you hit the thumbs up, the better it is for the YouTube algorithm. Before we get started, I want a couple of announcements. First and foremost, we will do our 8 a.m. live Q&A session here, so in about 29 minutes. I don't think I announced it last week. I've gotten pretty used to doing these at 8 o'clock Pacific every Saturday, so I will do that. These typically go 55 minutes. The fact that I did not announce it might mean we get a little bit lower turnout, but I will stay on as long as the questions are there. And then the second announcement is earlier in the week, I think it was Thursday, might have been Wednesday, I put out a video titled How to Create Joy, Leverage a Teaching Moment, and Create Good Karma. The thumbnail as is today is Create Good Karma. And I want to thank I think it's the first 5 of the One Rental at a Time family. That is you who took a look at that video and took action. So I just want to call them out. I'll call them out by their first name as I didn't get permission to call out their full names. But again, they watched the video and they took action, setting themselves up for some good karma, creating joy, and of course, leveraging a teaching moment. So I want to shout out Ty, Colette, Len, Sam, and Dion. Thank you for being a part of the One Rental at a Time family. If you watched that video and took action, make sure you leave a comment below so that I can recognize you in a subsequent video. I really do think that is certainly one of the most important videos I've done to date. It will change some people's lives for the better. And frankly, it is a poorly performing video. I don't know. I don't get it. But in the end, let's get to why you are here today, the daily financial news again on Saturday. First and foremost, can officially put stimulus talk to bed. The people that were creating stimulus videos 3, 4, 5 a day really have nothing to talk about, at least until after the election. Maybe that will spin back up. But they certainly got their stimulus money, all those stimulus videos. So we shall see. I do think that Mark Cuban has it right. Mark Cuban put out I guess a quote, or maybe it was an interview. I read the quote, but basically Congress let us down, and each and every member of Congress should own that. And we, as their constituents, should frankly vote them out. Mark basically went on to say that individual Congress folks are more afraid of their party leaders than they are their constituents. And A, I agree with that. B, that might be the saddest statement I have ever said. These folks are elected to public office with our votes. And the fact that they are in office and not helping us, but yet afraid of somebody up the food chain, is all kinds of what's wrong with politics, in my opinion. So I think Mark Cuban got that right. They are simply more afraid of their party leaders than they are of you and I. So it's election time. Let's vote them out. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Next up, what I got for you. Looks like the average American has over $90,000 in debt. That's a collective debt total. That's actually more than I expected, right? That's student loans, credit cards, personal loans, home mortgage, car loans, everything. What shocked me a little bit is actually Generation X, which happens to be the generation I'm in, has the largest balance, just exceeding the baby boomers at $134,000. So again, that was interesting when I looked at it, because right behind that, I read an article about our federal deficit. Federal deficit for the fiscal year tops out at $3.1 trillion with a T. Now, a lot of that, to be fair, is the CARES Act, roughly 2.2 of that. But wow, 3.1 trillion. And I don't know about you, I don't have great hope for the next fiscal year, i.e., I do see another stimulus package coming. It will be in the trillions. I see an infrastructure bill coming. It will be in the trillions. And I see less revenue collected, which is a bad combination. So it would not shock me if next year's federal deficit makes 3 trillion look small. And frankly, that is frightening. That's frightening. Just in case you want to know, the federal deficit tops out today at $27 trillion. Yes, 27 trillion. So just in the last 12 months, we added on, what do you want to call that? 12% to the total. So pretty scary. And just because I had the data, the record year for deficit before this fiscal year was 2009, the depths of the Great Recession. And that year, the total was $1.4 trillion. So again, deficits are not new. We're running a total now of 27. 1.4 was the last peak. This one comes in at 3.1. Woo, that's a whopper. I'm happy to say we are in the home stretch of the election. I can't wait for that to get off my TV. I think Olivia and I are actually sitting down and voting today, right? We have our, I don't know what you call it, absentee ballots or whatever they call vote by mail. We get those and we will be voting today. Again, make sure you vote. As I've shared in other videos, elections that really make a difference on your life, your business, your community really are at the local level. It is obviously gets a lot of play when we have a presidential election. But don't forget, you need to be voting every year. If you really want to make a difference in your community, you need to figure out what politicians are doing the right things by you and others. So again, I'm very happy to see that we have, at least to date, record-breaking early ballots. So awesome. Let's keep it going, and let's make sure our voices are heard. What else? Another thing I just got to remind you, I'm seeing more and more articles about Q3. Q3, I don't know, I'm going to call it a head fake. Looking in the rearview mirror, Q3 was very stimulus driven. There were plenty of people who made more money than they did working, right? That allowed them to consume, allowed them to pay their mortgage, pay rent. But that is not going to be the story of Q4, right? We are likely not to see stimulus. Best case, late December, more likely February. So Q4 will be nothing like Q3. I think Q4 will have more similarities with Q2. Q2, if you don't remember, was essentially the economy shut down. Now, I'm not calling for a shutdown. Don't hear that. But what I am saying is the consumer, the driver of the American economy, is going to conserve, eat out a little less, go for entertainment a little less. Savings will likely go up. Debt pay down, credit cards and the like will likely go down. So I don't want you or others to kind of see all these reports about Q3, retail sales being an example from Friday, which we talked about, up 1.7, I think. Again, great number, but that was Q3, right? Let's start talking about Q4. I think we are very likely to see unemployment claims tick up. We saw that this week at 898. I'm calling that a reversal. We'll see next week if the trend continues or if it was a head fake. We've already started to see Europe lock down. We have people talking about the US in a second or third wave, and I can't keep track of these waves, but all of these things are going to scare some people. We are a consumer-based economy, and when consumers get scared, they don't shop, they don't spend. And I believe a lot of things going on in Q4 is going to cause people to retreat, save, be conservative. Again, Q4 is going to be painful, but realize all of that savings and dry powder, if you will be part of the party in 2021. I'm very excited about 2021. I think we see capitalism kind of rear its abilities to jumpstart an economy. I think we will have record-breaking Q4 bankruptcies and store closures, but I think we will very quickly in 2021, probably by Q2, have record-breaking grand openings. And boy, grand openings are a lot better than bankruptcies. So let's look for that. I don't know if you saw this, but Amazon had a job posting for internal telemedicine. What's up? What's Amazon up to? Clearly, I think it shows that Amazon is going to continue to branch out and put its fingers in as many pies as it can. Again, internal telemedicine. Interesting to see what is going on there. And then lastly, I don't know if you saw this. I talked about it, I think, on Tuesday. But Tesla had a second price drop for their Model S inside of a week. And now you can pick up a Model S for under $70,000. If memory serves, it was $69,420. So anybody out there shopping for a Tesla, let me know. Link below or comment below. So that's what I got for you today. Again, I am going to do our live Q&A. It will start up in about 18 minutes. We will see how many folks come. Again, it's just for you to ask me questions. And of course, if you're one of my students, we will always talk at 9 a.m., but that will be in our Facebook group just for you, right? We just do that just for you. All right, everybody, take care of yourself. Have a wonderful Saturday. And remember, if you want to create joy and some good karma, go check out that video and see if you can take action like Ty, Colette, Len, Sam, and Dion.